Guess what, y'all? It is another episode of The Grow Show. Episode 13. Can you believe it?
Episode 13, we almost
Wow.
done. We almost done. And this episode, I actually love. In fact, I love them all. But we are, of course, the season was all about being evolved, and we were going through the evolved framework and what does that actually mean. And we are on the second E, the last E, the second E, almost to the end of the framework. And this episode is all about expanding your capacity. In essence, you say you want more, but can you actually handle more?
Are you really ready for more?
Can you handle more? This is such an important conversation that we're going to have. And it says you keep asking for more clients, more money, more freedom, more peace, what all of the things you say you want. But here is the thing, your evolved self doesn't require vision only, it requires capacity.
Wow.
We're going to dive into this. We're going to look at what it really means to expand your capacity and why you perhaps are not getting what you want or living the evolved self that you actually want to live.
Because more can be coming to you, but if you don't have the capacity to handle it, then you can imagine you asking for more clients.
Yes.
Get the clients and you can't properly service them because
Can't
you either
handle
don't
it.
have the manpower, the time, the energy, the effort.
So expanding your capacity, let's talk about what this means, right? Because people say it a lot. When I coach, that capacity word comes up a lot. Because when they were like, okay, what can I do? What should I do? And I'm like, well, it depends on you.
Yeah.
What do you have the capacity to do? And so it's isn't about doing more. It's about becoming the version of you that can hold more.
Yeah.
Okay? So whatever that more is that you're looking for, and guess what? It does not come after the evolved self or the breakthrough. It comes before.
Yeah.
You have to make room. You have you have to make space
Yeah.
for the thing that you say you want. And it comes to mind as I talk. Of course, we have notes, but sometimes we use them, sometimes we don't. But as I'm just talking, I think of Rachel Rogers. And I think of her because from the time I started working with her, she has this down so well in that whenever she's making room to launch something, and of course, no one operates from a big place than Rachel Rogers, and she always looks at, okay, we expect 100 new clients coming through this program. I'm gonna hire 10 new coaches now. Before the launch, before anything else, she is hiring.
My friend
for
would
those
say
people.
bananas, bonkers.
She is operating from a place of, I cannot
Yeah.
expect 100 clients, and I don't have the coaches to
Yeah.
coach them. So she hires beforehand. She have them people ready to go, and that's what expanding your capacity
Wow,
is.
that's powerful. Because what it means, if you want these 100 clients and you get them, but you didn't have the coaches or people to service them, the clients are going to leave because you really can't
Absolutely.
handle the
Absolutely.
Wow.
So it means increasing your emotional tolerance also, not just, the physical part of it, emotional tolerance for being stretched or see it. I was coaching today, we're doing this 10K and 10-day challenge, and there was one of the masterminders who was saying how it feels so hard to go through the challenge. And I said to her, if this is your first time doing a challenge like this, and the challenge is, you want to challenge yourself to make $10,000 in 10 days through your business. I said, this is the first time you're doing it. You have to appreciate and understand that it feels hard right now because you're challenging yourself. You're stretching yourself, right? And so it also means developing systems and support so success doesn't break you.
Wow. That is powerful.
One of the things that always come up is the question, the Oprah question. If Oprah were to call you today and say, we
Get
want
me
to...
nervous by touching my leg.
What? I'm sorry.
Go on, my heart just... Sorry, go on.
If Oprah was to call you today and say, we want to feature you or feature you, would you be ready for what's coming? Like you want it, but would you be ready for it? Yeah?
So that's a good question.
Yeah.
And another thing we want, because this is my area, business is your area, education is both our areas, but
Yeah.
you want this degree. You want this certification. Do you have the capacity?
Yep.
Are you willing to expand yourself and juggle multiple priorities to be able to get this thing? And I know they had a debate in the news on social media this week about degree and
Oh, that was a big one. Oh,
Yeah.
my Lord. I was like, I'm not even going to touch that because I
Oh, no,
had some thoughts.
I
but-
touch it, and my thoughts is that one, a degree is only one way of learning and one way of upskilling yourself, right? And you and I always have this conversation. There are other ways to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
As simple as doing a Google search, doing an AI search, reading a book, reading an article, reading a magazine, you see what I'm saying? Sitting with a mentor.
Yep.
Paying to sit with a mentor.
Absolutely.
So all these are different ways of learning. Do you have the capacity? Are you willing to go in your pocket and pay somebody to
Exactly.
sit at their feet?
I'll tell you, I would love to get a degree.
Yeah.
I don't have the capacity to take those 10 million classes that will probably bore me.
And if that doesn't work for you, that is also
have the
okay. But
capacity.
what I want people to not do is minimize something that could
Yeah.
enhance you
Yeah.
in the future.
Another thing is you want to build a team but don't want to delegate. You ain't building the capacity.
I remember you used to do that.
Oh yeah,
You used to-
I still struggle with that.
you
from time to
used
time.
to. I'm like, what's
No,
the
I think
purpose
I've
of having
gotten
a
better.
team? Oh no, you've gotten
I've
way
gotten
better.
better.
No,
I've
you
gotten
have
better.
gotten way better. Because you know why you had to get better too? Because you had so much more coming in.
Yes.
You didn't have the capacity to do it.
Yes.
And
And then
so-
imagine if you don't have the capacity, you are blocking the abundance that
Yeah.
you've been praying for.
Yeah.
Like you praying for this
Yes.
abundance, God's like, I will give it to you, but where is it going to
And then
where's
you're
it gonna
blocking
go?
somebody else's blessing because that person who you could hire is now able to make additional income or whatever, as opposed to you trying to juggle it all.
Here's another one for my relationship folks.
Uh-huh.
You want you want more romantic intimacy, but you're not emotionally available or you overshare.
You want a husband, you want a wife, you want a significant other.
You're making the time. I remember, did I tell you that story? How you met? I mean, how you came?
How I came?
Like how you came into my life.
Tell it to me again. Other than stalking me, tell it to me again.
No, I think it's so important because we're talking about you wanting more, but not making the space,
Yeah.
not being able to hold more. And I think we talked about this. You know, I dated this person for 8 years before Glenn came up, and he was more than just we were more than just in a relationship. We had a business together. We were really almost best friends at that point. And so, although we were broken up, he was still around because again, we had business interests, we had all these things. And I remember my friend, shout out to Ida, she was like, how you say you and I was telling her I was ready for love. That was the type of conversation. She was like, how you ready for love, but homeboy still hanging around?
Uh-oh.
And I was like, oh, for real? Like people will assume that he's still in the
That's
picture.
my business partner.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it. Like, okay, we're not together, but we're still together in some way, shape, or form. And when she said that, that shook me. It really shook me, and I made it clear to him. Like, you know what? We need to really just, like, I need to clear this space. In essence, that's what she was telling me. And the week after, I made that space clear. I made it crystal clear to him. So then you showed
You
up,
run
sir.
into greatness. You just collide with greatness.
So I mean, it's true, and we're talking about relationships, work, business, etc. Whatever you want.
My story would be, I remember praying and saying, I want a wife, and all the things that I was looking for. You know the list.
Yeah,
And so I had
you have
all
your
this.
list.
Yes, I had all this list of things that I was looking for, and I remember clearly the Holy Spirit. I was home, clean. I think I shared this with you. I was
Yes.
upstairs. I was clean. I cleaned the entire. I was living in a 2-story home, and I remember cleaning the house and turning everything upside down. And the Holy Spirit said to me, "Do you expect a woman to do all this? You see how you struggled to lift that chair just now? You struggled to move that fridge. You struggled to do all these things, and you're a man with a little bit more strength. You think I designed women to be struggling and lifting and doing all that stuff?"
Hallelujah.
And so,
Hallelujah.
and then even on the list, all these things that I had, I'm like, wow. And these were, she have to be able to cook, clean, wash. And the Holy Spirit said, you sure you ain't looking for a maid or a housekeeper?
It wasn't
And
looking for Keishel, I'm sorry.
God has such a sense of humor God sent me somebody who couldn't wash, cook, clean, do none of the things that I had on the list. So this is what I had to do to the list.
God know we was going to be together, and he had to get you prepared.
And so he had to prepare me.
He literally, because it was not gonna happen, sir. I mean, it's happening now.
And I keep on saying it's not gonna happen, but at the time when we met, you were not in that space. You were on a different drive, on a different level, trying to build a business and do all that stuff. You didn't have no time to be sitting down, cooking, washing, and scrubbing and doing nothing for no big old rusty man.
No,
and
sir.
so I had to throw the list away.
Yes.
And so sometimes you need to, capacity also means you have to have the mindset shift.
Absolutely.
You see?
Yeah, it's the emotional capacity.
Yes, you have to have the mindset shift to say, you know what, no.
Yeah, yeah.
You in this thing, you're looking for the wrong thing. And so those of you out there who are looking for love, people come with different strength and different areas of genius. In the dating phase, find out these things before you get attached. Because, it doesn't...
I think that's a perfect tie-in to going into like what is the capacity you need to look at. Before we do that though, I have to give you this one because I think this is important. You want more peace, but you keep entertaining drama.
My Lord.
That's another one. Like you say you want more peace, but you don't have you're not creating the capacity for peace. You're still going into gossiping and drama and all of that goodness.
And
but
caught
anyway.
up on the reality shows and that
Ooh,
influence.
listen, we can go deep because we have a lot of examples. But the capacity calendar or calculator, not calendar, goes into how do you now actually expand your capacity and what are the areas you expand your capacity in? Number one, time capacity.
Okay.
Right? Do you have uncommitted time to take on more, or are you already maxed out?
You're booked and busy and can't take on more, but you want more.
You want more clients, you want more love, but you don't have the time for it. You want to go to school, you want a new job, you don't have the time to actually do it. That is, and I'll tell you, that is the number one reason, not a number one, but a huge reasons why clients don't grow. Like I literally had a conversation with a client this week, last week and this week, same client, and she wants to grow so bad. She's just underneath that $100,000 in revenue, and she wants to grow so bad, but her time is strapped with the clients that she have. So I'm like, well, you have to be able to make space, otherwise you're not going to get what you want. All right, so that's time capacity. And I want you, as you go through this, to rate yourself 1 to 5. 1 being, low, 5 being you're great at what you're doing and you want to be, you have good time capacity. Second one, emotional capacity. I think this is what you were talking about, right? Can I handle more responsibility, feedback, visibility without spiraling?
Yeah.
You know what comes
Can I handle criticism?
That is big when you think of leadership. You want to be a leader. You want more responsibility. But with more responsibility comes what? Criticism.
Yeah, feedback that you may not always want or ask for, solicit. And so
You always say, we have this conversation about me going into politics. And you always would say, if they come for me, what you say? You know what you say.
if you are in politics and they come for you, then we have a problem.
Yeah.
You can come for me and you can come for everything else around me. But then if you start coming for my wife, then I may be on social media acting the fool.
Yeah, that's not how it works though. Emotional capacity, if you want to lead at that level, that comes with criticism, that comes with all of the stuff
you
that
can imagine them dragging you on social media and I'm just sitting there, not going to happen.
But you need to increase your emotional capacity.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I need to work on that.
I will stay out. And actually, I plan to stay out. That's just really a random conversation. Then we have relational capacity. And that is, do I have room for deeper connection, support, collaboration? Right? Do you have room to be able to get the level of support that you need? Are you making room for that? Right? You say, when I speak at the women empowerment event, people would always say, "Oh, we want to support each other, we want to collaborate, but I can't trust the women." Or I'm like, well,
and that is just to say, and who say you can't trust them? What have they done to break or destroy the trust?
There may have been somebody who betrayed them at one time.
It may not have been. You just say that because it's a common thing that people say.
Yeah, it's just that's the question. You want to build stronger relationships with people, but you don't want to expand your capacity to build relationship. Like someone who said, I want more friends, but don't want to go out
Yeah.
and get to know people.
Yeah, but I'm an introvert.
Yeah, well,
So we put these labels on ourselves that limit us.
yes, yes, yes. The fourth one is system capacity. And this is a big one. Are my tools, are my team or routines set up to support more clients, cash, or even chaos?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you? Can you? I mean, that question that we talked about earlier. Like, if you be able to, if you say that you want to be able to increase your clientele by X, what do you have that can support you? What systems? And then the people who do not want to invest in the teams and the systems, then I can't help you, sir.
Like
ma'am.
I have an example in my head, but I don't want to out anybody.
No, tell
like
me.
I think you had a situation, I don't even want to say it, where one of the service providers that you go to, I won't say if it's the hair, the makeup, or the nail tech, I'll just leave it as that. One of those service providers, you were trying to get them for years to put systems in place.
Oh,
so you don't have to physically go and pay cash, and you don't have to physically walk around. I mean, I don't have to physically call in. I just go in the system, book an appointment, and I
You
show
get
up.
me, you get me, you get me. Yes.
So you don't have to call no numbers. We don't want to out your service providers.
No, and let me, you caused me to get passionate now, because that is true. Here's the issue was, I don't want to pay the fees. I was trying to get them to put the systems in place so that instead of the manual booking,
Yeah.
they can be automatic. And one of the reasons were, I don't want to pay the fees for the systems. Like, seriously? The fees is payment for the convenience
That's the
that
part of
you
doing
now
business.
have and your clients now have. So you want to have this ease and you complain, but you're always busy and you're always doing this administrative stuff. But I'm giving you a tool or making a recommendation and you don't want to pay the fees.
I want this relationship, but I don't want nobody to tell me what to do.
Oh, that's a big one.
Or I don't want to do this for no man. I don't want to do that for no woman. Or I don't want to pay nobody bills. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one, energy capacity. Do I have the physical and the spiritual energy to sustain what I'm asking for?
Wow.
That is huge. I know a lot of people, and I've said it too, when God provides the abundance, and then you are so overloaded with the abundance, you can't take it, you're always tired.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes that happens to me and I have to catch myself. I'm like, well, wait, this is what God blessing me with.
Bless
This is
you.
what I
Yes,
asked for.
yes.
This is something that just dropped in my lap. I asked for more. I asked for more influence and more opportunity. But when it now starts to come, I complain, but I tired. This and
All the
that.
complaints, and then we stop going to the place where we sat and asked God to do it. We stopped going to the house of the Lord because we so now busy, we so now caught up with so many other things that we just can't go.
Yeah. So when we think of, how do we expand the capacity, look at where your capacity is based on those 5. And then you want to ask yourself, you want to say to yourself, do I need to cut what's crowding me? What is taking my time? What is filling up the space?
Who is filling up my time?
All of that. Cut what's crowding you. Elevate the standard. So if you say you want more of this, you want to be able to be okay with, and we talked about letting go or cutting everything else and elevating the standards that you require. Last but certainly not least, operating in the overflow. What does that mean? Operate as if you are expecting more.
Yeah.
Right? Operate as if that person is coming, so I'm making the space. Operate as if the clients can come and be easily served as opposed to the drama that you feel it comes with it.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. What I would say though is repeat the 5 things so they could have it as the last thing before we wrap the segment up.
So, time capacity. Do I have uncommitted time to take on more, or am I already maxed? Emotional capacity. Can I handle more responsibility, feedback, or visibility without spiraling? Relational capacity. Do I have room for deeper connection, support, and collaboration? System capacity. Are my tools, my team, or routines set up to support more clients or cash? Or energy capacity. Do I have the physical and spiritual energy to sustain what I am asking for?
And so with that, you want to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5,
Yes.
where 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest. Now, we would like to continue on, but unfortunately, we don't have the capacity of time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the end of another episode of The Grow Show.
I'm going to say one more thing.
Another episode of The Grow Show.
Let me leave you with this line. Overflow does not come from effort. It comes from capacity. Make space or stay stuck. Now you can end.
Thank you for tuning in to another provocative episode of The Grow Show. We will see you next time.
Stay
and remember
warm,
to
stay warm.